We're now in the live room for Studio B. This is the large acoustic space in this studio. The room basically has two applications, cutting drums and cutting vocals. This is designed to be a very good drum room as well as a vocal booth. Again, movable baffles that are available in the room to take any kind of room out of the equation for a dead or drier sound, or they have hard surfaces in the back that can be flipped for even a live or brash sound. The engineer that predominantly works in this room does a lot of bands in here and will cut live drums in the room. Off to my right is a small ISO room for a guitar amp, and then typically we've got an ability to cut as many direct inputs in the control room as necessary. Usually he'll put the singer in there for a scratch vocal, and when they're cutting band projects. This room, the control room per se, as we saw a minute ago, has a feature that will have tie lines going upstairs to the second floor, so that we can cut piano or Hammond B3 as an overdub without actually having to physically take a hard drive upstairs. Or if they're mixing up in the A room, they can be tracking in the live room in the A room, which is a nice little feature to have. So there's a lot of times to do a B3 or a piano overdub while someone's mixing upstairs. Corey can do the dub here by just patching his tie lines in.
I've seen a lot of amps around lately. Are these the house amps or are these the clients?
They're house amps / engineer-owned amps. Corey, the engineer that works in the studio, is a guitar player and a collector of amplifiers and stomp boxes and other toys, and this is part of his collection of amplifiers.
Do you ever see that guitar tones get way too similar, though? Because we've got one really great amp that everybody wants to use it.
Off and on. I mean, that's kind of, occasionally these are here in case someone's looking for something different than what they have. Right. Sometimes Corey will take a dry signal and throw it out into the room and reamp a guitar track. He's very common practice versus using a virtual plug-in. He'll actually reamp a guitar amp or another instrument through an amp just to create a different tone. So he has a collection of amplifiers here just for those situations where you might need to recut a guitar track.
Sure.
Now we are in Control B here at the Lodge, and this is what I kind of consider to be my finishing room. This room takes on a lot of third-party projects, either tracking vocals, mixing and mastering, or sometimes just mastering. People will bring us WAV files for us to sort of pick up a project midway and finish up. So I kind of consider this room kind of my finishing room. Control 24 digital console, feeding an HD3 rig with a nice selection of plugins available. The room also features a big band master clock, also some outboard mic pre's, a Grace 2-channel preamp, and a 3124 API mic preamp, as well as the 16 onboard Focusrite mic preamps. So that's when the engineers here are tracking, they'll kind of pick and choose boutique preamps versus onboard preamps depending on the application. And this room does a lot of rock bands, a lot of hip hop, and a lot of finishing of all different types of material.